Welcome back to Small Town Kitchen. My name's Randy. Usually my wife is the one making the recipes. I have a few videos that I've made, but today we're going to be making a recipe that my grandmother had that she had written down, and come to find out it come off the back of a box. So today I'm going to show y'all how to make it. It's called a chocolate dream pie. So come along and watch how I do this. So my grandmother made this pie when I was little, and for some reason, it hit with me pretty hard, and I enjoyed it. As I got older, I enjoyed it more. But I wanted to make this thinking of her, and try to know how to make it in my home. Maybe you can make it in your home. What you need to do is find what's called Dream Whip. I don't know if it's available all over the United States or not. We just so happened to stumble up on it in one of our grocery stores around here, and I got to looking on the back of the box, and the recipe is literally on the back of the box. It's right there. So I've jotted it down on an index card, and I'm going to try to make it for the first time today, and hopefully it'll turn out good. You're going to need a graham cracker crust. You can use a frozen pie crust if you want to. I actually bought a frozen pie crust to make this pie with, and the more I got to thinking about it, the more I realized that my grandmother used to use a graham cracker crust, probably because it was easier. If you want to go the other route and make it the other way, you're free to do so. You make it how you want to. This is a chocolate dream pie, so you're going to need 2 boxes of Jell-O instant pudding. And it doesn't necessarily have to be chocolate, I don't guess. The more I've thought about it, the more you can get whatever flavor you want to be in this pie. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our box of Dream Whip. There should be 2 packets on the inside, like 2 envelopes right here. We're going to put both of these envelopes into our mixing bowl. So if you have a hand mixer, you can use it. If you have a KitchenAid, you can use it too. So we're going to dump, golly, Bill, the powder. There's a pretty good amount in there. Get the other one, and dump it in. Making dust. So after you dump both of those in, what you're going to do is you're going to get 3/4 cup of milk and vanilla, 3/4 cup of milk, which I have right here, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So I've added my milk, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out, and I'm going to pour about a cupful of vanilla in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to beat on high. The directions say for 6 minutes until soft peaks form. Well, as the mixer runs, you're going to start getting more fluff to the mix, and it's going to be more like a Cool Whip kind of consistency. So we're going to run this rascal. Don't run it too high. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a spatula, and I'm going to rake all this out around here and try to get all the dry mix wet with my spatula. And then we're going to run her. All right, here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check it, see how it fell limp right there. What you're wanting is a little more firmness. So we want it more like a Cool Whip consistency, but it ain't going to take long, I don't think. All right, back at it. Let's see where we're at. We're getting there. A little more. We want it fluffy. There we go. You see how you have that little dollop? Not bad. Okay, after you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to add our Jell-O, 2 boxes of it, and the remaining mixture of milk. Another 3/4 cup of milk. So that's 2 boxes of Jell-O pudding mix. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down in here, make sure it's all good and incorporated. Yeah, it feels like it is. I'm going to add, I don't want to make a mess. There's 1 packet. There we go. There's the other packet. I'm going to go ahead and add another 3/4 cup of milk. Get it all in there. Okay. I'm going to grab hold of that. I'm going to kind of rough mix it. Just kind of, might not have to do this, but I'm doing it. I think I'm making more of a mess than what I wanted to. Rake that off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to beat this for 2 more minutes, or until it's like incorporated or mixed really well. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Now I may have to start and stop it several times because I've probably still got dry pudding mix around the edges. And I'm sure I do. I want to get all of this out of my whisk too, of my mixer. And try my best to kind of ease that off the sides some and kind of get it down in there a little bit. So what we're doing is we're just mixing this in where you don't have pudding clumps and things like that in there. And we don't want to run this on high because we'll sling our pudding Dream Whip mix everywhere. Let me look at her. I'm happy with that. Put my spatula there. Alright. For my next step, let me bring y'all down right there. And what I'm going to do, I broke my mixture out, and I am going to fill in my pie shell. Without making too big of a mess. And she is thick. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and push air bubbles out, because I'm sure there are some, because this is fluffy and pretty thick. We'll ease her around. There's our pie. We're gonna stick her in the refrigerator until it gets firm. Okay, this is me taking the pie out of the fridge. I wanted to add some whipped topping that we had made homemade. For some reason, the mics weren't working when I was doing this, so I'm having to do a voiceover right now. I found out after the fact and had to edit it. But I just smoothed over my whipped topping onto the pie, and then I finally got it done and wanted to show you the finished product. And then the next day, I did this. Well, y'all, I did 2 videos in one night, and somehow or another, I didn't have my mic on last night, so we had no audio. So today is the next day, and this pie is 2 pieces shy of already being gone. I've had a few pieces, I ain't gonna lie. I've had a couple pieces, but this is the finished product right here. What would it look like. So I'm gonna do a taste test again. And I can already tell y'all it's been amazing. I mean, it's as good as good can be. Then you get the creaminess of the chocolate pudding, and you get the whipped topping flavor. One question I have is, could you use the whipped topping that we make homemade and use it like Dream Whip? It's a question. Maybe worth trying. I don't know. And could you use Cool Whip? I don't know. But we did it per the box instructions with our own homemade topping, and it come out amazing. I'm sure we'll be making it again. I've already got another box. I already bought another box in the cabinet. But we hope y'all make this for your family. If you got kids, they'll love it. Get them involved in making it. It's not that hard to make it. The longest time that it takes is to set up in the refrigerator. So if you've got a few hours to go chill or go run an errand or something like that, or before supper, you can go ahead and put it up and it can be chilling. Like I said, you can put any topping on it, you can make any flavor you want of it. It's up to you. So we're glad that y'all watched this video today. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel, and go watch some of our other videos. We're starting to get a few more on the channel, and we'd appreciate y'all watching them. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. There's a little drop down thing where you can subscribe. We thank y'all for watching, and we hope to see y'all soon. Bye.